Dear friends, the project we would like to present to you today is a unique project called The Day After the War. The uniqueness of this project lies in the fact that within a single day, a book was written, prepared, and printed. Nothing like this had ever been done before, not in Ukraine, not in Europe, and not in the world. Almost 500 participants took part in the project. These included those who wrote the materials, as well as those who prepared, edited, designed, produced, and supported the publication of the book. The book was published in 8 hours and 39 minutes, which was officially recognized as a national record in Ukraine. But the most important question is, what is this book about? The Day After the War is the title of the project. It is about how young Ukrainians see themselves, Ukraine, Europe, and the world. This project is directly connected to the Media Dialogue project because it is a dialogue with the future. It is a project whose implementation involved participants of the current Media Dialogue project. We have prepared a short video story about this project and about how the book was created. We invite you to watch it. That is what the project was like.
Друзі, привіт!
Hello, friends. I am Yelizaveta Shimankova. I am a student at this extraordinary institute, namely the Taras Shevchenko Educational and Scientific Institute of Journalism. Today, we are fortunate to attend an incredible event at our institute. On this day, students and teachers are creating a book called The Day After the War. Its topic is now more relevant than ever. It is here that writing will begin in a few minutes. Everyone shares their thoughts and dreams about what their day after the war will look like.
In the context of such a terrible war, no other country has ever experienced anything like this, and I hope it never will. And as for the record, yes, it won't get into the Guinness Book of World Records. This is a record that is very important to us as a social project.
Який дуже важливий, як соціальний проєкт нам.
When I was writing my part, I imagined this day after the war, that when the news broke, I would happily go out into the street and be together with my brothers, with my friends, sharing with each other that we had won. And I imagine that every Ukrainian will also go out into the streets with flags and share in the joy of our victory. And in the hearts and souls of everyone, there will be memories of those who, unfortunately, are no longer with us. I imagine it simply as a day of remembrance, a day when I will recall everything that has happened over the last few years of full-scale war and the entire war in general.
I wrote more about my inner desires, my emotions, what I would feel, who I would remember, and of course I ended my essay with a little bit about my inner desire. I think everyone else feels the same way. Many people think about it, and the fact that I have never been to Crimea. I have never been there. I've thought about it to sort out my future plans.
Буду задумуватись, складатиму свій майбутній план.
It was very difficult emotionally, but I felt such a connection with the audience, with all the people who were there. It was powerful. Behind these doors, work is already in full swing. Here, people edit, typeset, and produce the original layout. Today, the book must go through all stages of production. First, it is written. Then the material is processed by editors and sent for layout. The final stage is printing. This is a publishing record for Ukraine and the countries of Eastern and Central Europe, which will be recorded. And it will gain public attention thanks to the efforts of our students, teachers, and partners. Our task is to ensure that every task currently being performed by students is carried out with absolute precision. Our task is to ensure the continuity of this process, because, as you know, every minute counts. Today, it is not just a matter of students and teachers setting a record for the number of books, but also for the minimum time taken.
І той час, який сьогодні буде зафіксований, звичайно, вразить всіх.
The idea was born from several motivations. It has a project, it has several components, and they motivate us in different ways. And to think about who we will be, what we want to be in the future, on the day when we will win. But the most important thing was that we think together, act together, and see together. We saw together and developed this vision together for Ukraine.
We have arrived at the red building of our university. This is where the record will be set. So, did we manage to create the book in one day?
We can only rejoice for your students. We present this award to you.
Директору інституту. Сертифікат аплодисменти в кого?
This book contains the dreams of each of us, how we see ourselves, how we see Ukraine after victory. But this book, which we now hold in our hands, is the embodiment of the dream. You know, the impressions are actually fantastic because when this event was being planned, I had no idea what I would write about. That's why it's such a unique experience, because it's not planned, it's not designed. I tried to answer for myself what this first day would be like. That's why this project is really important for me. It stands out precisely because it's a fantastic feeling. I imagined that there was no war.
Я собі уявив, що немає війни.
The book has been created and the record has been set. This is Yelizaveta Shamenkova signing off. Thank you for being with us.
This is how we together imagined ourselves on the day when there is no war, when peace comes. In the video, you saw our current participants, Kateryna Sokolova and Yevhen Tsymblenko, who took part in the project and wrote texts for this publication. Perhaps one of them would like to say a few words, for example, Yevhen as a project participant.
From my perspective as a participant of this project and former worker of Tsymblenko University, I want to say that it was not my dream, it is my plan. So dream is something unreal, but plans is something what we can realize. So I want to realize the words which I wrote in this book. So this is my aim to participate in such a project. Thank you.
We wanted the thoughts of Ukrainians to be heard around the world, so we translated the text of this publication into English, and now this book has been published with texts in both Ukrainian and English. This is a unique publication because it reflects Ukrainians' dream of a day of peace. We have presented this book at various venues and donated it to leading libraries around the world. It has also been received and included in the personal libraries of prominent politicians, for example, the President of Finland. Taking this opportunity, we would like to thank the participants of this project for their support and contribution to the preparation of the publication the day after the war, and for setting a national record. A note of gratitude from the Institute goes to Kateryna Sokolova.
One remark, it wasn't my dream the end of war. It was my dream about getting Donbass back, crying a lot, and a victory. Final victory of Ukraine. Я перемогу.
We also extend our thanks from the Institute of Journalism to Yevhen Tsymblenko, who likewise dreams of victory.
Photo for history. Thank you.
We would also like to thank Wolfgang Ressman for his assistance in disseminating information about our publication. We will present Wolfgang with a copy of the book, but with one request. The book, The Day After the War, is bilingual. To our friend, we kindly ask Mr. Wolfgang, if possible, to donate this publication to the Bundestag Library.
I promise. Okay, thank you very much, Yevhen.
Olga, certificate.
Certificate and moment.